Hey, stress in Russian. Don't worry, it's not that kind of stress. It's simply word stress. I mean, which part of the word is stressed? All Russian words consist of small parts. And at the beginning, we learn to read in Russian by breaking the words into these small parts and read them step by step like this. Ma, mama. Pa, papa. These small parts of the word can have 1, 2, 3, or even more letters, but each of them can have only one vowel. So, one vowel, one part. And if a word has 3 vowels, it has 3 parts. Easy, right? Now, let's get to the main point. One of these small parts in a word is stronger than the others. That's stress. Today, we are gonna see why the letter O sometimes sounds like A in Russian and what stress has to do with it. So, stay with me. I'm Olga, by the way. Я Ольга, from Russian for Fun. And this is lesson 24 of my super easy Russian course for absolute beginners. So, why does O sometimes sound like A? Remember the word Anna, which means she. We write it as O, na, but we pronounce it as Anna, Anna. So why? Interestingly, the word Anna in the Russian language comes from the word on, which means he. Just like with Russian surnames, we add the letter A to the end of the word on, he, and we get Anna, which means she in Russian. Just look. On plus A. That's why we write it as O-na. But why do we pronounce it as Anna? As I said earlier today, word stress affects this. Now, I'm gonna pronounce this word and you listen carefully and try to hear which part of this word is stressed. Let's go. Anna, Anna, Anna. The word Anna consists of 2 parts. A, na. 2 parts. Which one is stressed? Alright, I'll tell you now. In the word Anna, the second part, na, is stressed. So the first part of the word isn't stressed. And that's why we pronounce it as A, not O. Again, Anna. Now let's look at a new word with the same rule. When we read the letter O as A. First, let's read the word part by part. Спасибо. Спасибо. It means thank you or thanks. Now, let's see which part of the word is stressed. In Russian, we put this little mark to show it. In books for people learning Russian, they put this mark over each word, so you know which part of the word is stressed. For example, in the word спасибо, which means thank you or thanks, the second part is stressed. So the last part, where we see the letter O, isn't stressed. So we read it as A, not O. Again, спасибо. Спа-си-бо. Спасибо. Let's look at the next word, which means good. First, let's read it part by part. Хорошо. Хорошо. As you can see, the last part of the word is stressed. So the first and the second aren't. That's why we read this word as хорошо and not хорошо. Again, хорошо, хорошо, хорошо. Now let's see how to say London in Russian. Let's read it step by step. Лондон. Лондон. Now let's look at which part of the word is stressed. Right, the first one. So we read the second part with A, not O. London. 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 And now let's look at another city, the capital of Russia, Moscow. Let's read it part by part first. Moskva. Moskva. The second part is stressed, so the first one isn't. That's why we read it as Moskva with A, not O. Let's say it again. Moskva. 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 Хорошо. Good. Move on. The next word we are gonna read is one in Russian. First, let's read it part by part. Один. Один. The second part is stressed, so we say it as один. 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 Хорошо. Good. Now, let's look at some short sentences and read them together. Don't worry, you've seen sentences like this before. Хорошо. Good. Let's read the first sentence, which means this is Moscow. Это Москва. Москва. Это Москва. Это Москва. Москва. Это Москва. Хорошо. Let's read the next sentence, which means this is London. Это Лондон. Лондон. Это Лондон. Это Лондон. Лондон. Это Лондон. Now, let's say that's good in Russian. То, это, хорошо. Хорошо. Это хорошо. То, это, хорошо. Хорошо. Это хорошо. And now you're gonna learn how to say Russia in Russian. First, let's read this word part by part. Россия. And again. Россия. As you can see, the stress is on the second part, so the O isn't stressed, and that's why it sounds like A. Россия. 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 Now, let's read the sentence with this word. То, это, Россия. Россия. Это Россия. То, это Россия. Россия. Это Россия. Хорошо. Now, let's look at the word which means bye-bye. Let's read it part by part first. Пока. Пока. The second part of the word is stressed, so the first isn't, and that's why O is pronounced as A. Now, let's say it naturally. Пока. 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 So, next time I say bye-bye to you, I'll say Пока. And you'll understand it. Хорошо. Alright guys, before we wrap up for now, let's quickly review today's rule once again. If the stress is not on O, we don't pronounce it as O. We pronounce it as A. That's it. That's all for now. If you like my lessons, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one. Пока. Bye-bye.